Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It is the 25th of December. Merry Christmas. I did not stitch this morning at home because I have a lot of stuff I keep putting off because I'm like, I'd rather stitch. And so I did some of that stuff. Getting whip albums ready for next year. Getting my brain wrapped around my plan for next year. Just stuff I wasn't really taking the time to do. In doing that, I realized that I think I'm currently, okay, so for my next year's list, I have not taken off any of the stuff that I have not finished yet, which is temperature butterflies, which is hummingbirds, which is Lady of the Flag. Those are all hopefully finishes by the end of the year, but since I don't know for sure, they're on my whip lists. So I think currently my whip list is at 40. Let's see, that's not mine. Hold please. We're gonna have just a little planning session, a little talk about my whips. If that's not something that interests you, you may want to move on. There's no stitching tonight. Because the other thing is I haven't stitched tonight because I've been doing a bunch of stuff. Okay. No, that's not it either. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I currently have, let's see, it says 43, but the first 3 rows are marked off. So 40 whips. Okay. 3 of those could be finished in the next week if I don't have more nights like last night and tonight. Because, you know, of all the entire year, I think I've had like 3 days where 0 stitches happened. And 2 of those being Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, I'm gonna have to crack the window, it's hot. So, I currently have 40 whips on my list. 3 of those are slated for finish. We're gonna take that color off of this one because it's not gonna get finished. I know that. 3 I'm still slated for finish, so I haven't rolled those into the rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are duplicate designers. So if I have 2 projects by the same designer, then 1 gets put active in my top 30 because I have 30 Q-snap / bags. So one of them will go into active rotation. The other one goes what I call on the bench. And that's just that, again, they're not on a Q-snap. They're not in a fancy project bag. They're sitting out of my main site, and I will not use them for categories or prompts in a group, anything like that, as they are not active. And it helps me to limit my list a little bit and get some focus. Now, something from the bench will get swapped in when my goal is hit. I really hope that's not my husband. No, we're fine. Okay. When the goal is hit on the one that's active, then they'll swap places. So I have 7 that are on the bench, and then that leaves the other 30 for being active. I do have a few marked on here as I think I can finish them in 2023. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So hopefully more, of course, but let's go with that. I am going to try. So I'm in a group that it's a private group, but the goal is to balance. So you cannot start anything until you finish something of equal or greater value or whatever. this is kind of something I've been doing with my friends anyway. It's part of where the whole categories and stuff comes in. But for this other group, that's my goal, is to balance. So I should not have more starts than I have finishes for 2023. And hopefully we'll even tip more to the other way, because I would like to get down to just 30. That's my goal. Is it such a goal that I'm putting full effort into it? No, because I really don't care about my whip number, except for the fact that I feel like if I only have 30, y'all know I'm okay with switching whips every day. If I only have 30, then I can switch whips every day for the entire month and touch everything. That would be like my master goal, is to be able to touch everything in a month, every month, all year long. But again, I'm not so full force into that I'm like making myself not start things in order to. So we'll see how that goes. But that's kind of my goal, is to balance, not have more starts than finishes. Okay, so I need to get back to what I was doing. Okay, so with that being said, I did a lot of organizing. I didn't even get finished, and I spent hours at it. That's what's really sad. But I was taking pictures of everything, setting up whip albums in different cross-stitch groups that I'm in that are requiring them now, and taking pictures of where my whips are going to start in the new year, things like that. So, and even then I didn't get through all of it, but I digress. So I didn't get any stitching done at home between Christmas Eve with the family and organization. Tonight I get to work, and between work and organization, I have not done any stitching. But I feel very accomplished, and like I'm this close to being prepared for the new year. I'm talking a lot with my hands tonight. If that bothers you, that really sucks. Okay, so what I figured we could do is, for today's short Flossmas, is that's the other thing. I forgot my Advent at home. And then I was gonna call the kids and have them unwrap it and have the whole clip of us together, and neither one of them are home. They went over to my in-laws. So all we have tonight is planning and thought process. My categories for January have been picked. If you want to join in on categories, I hadn't come up with a hashtag or anything for it, but you know, you can always comment below and tell me your picks, or find me on Facebook or whatever. You can just pick something out and stitch along. This is something myself and a group of friends choose to do every month. I've set up a wheel, I spin it, I pick the 5 categories and tell all my friends. I'm sure you've heard about it other places. And then we pick from our whips to fit these categories, and then we set our own goal. So I think right now I'm going to keep my goal at 500 per whip. Again, that's a 2,500 stitch goal per month. I may not necessarily do 500, but that's kind of how I think about it, and then I adjust accordingly. The reason for that is so that I complete these goals, but yet I still give myself space for other things that we will talk about. So the 5 categories for January, number 1 is animals. Number 2 is, Number 2 is has less than 10 colors in it. These are supposed to be pretty general categories. Number 3 is a large project. Number 4 is a pattern released before 2013. Now that one's going to be a little more complicated because I don't keep that information typically, but it's like the pattern was released prior to 2013. And number 5 is new to you. Now, number 5 I have ready, because if you saw my my video with Jessie the other day, we talked about Moonlight Sampler, And Moonlight Sampler is by the Blue Flower, and it is my first project by the Blue Flower. Therefore, it's new to me in the sense that I've never stitched that designer before. There could be a million different things about a project that makes it new to you. So like, you just have to, and so I could have started 3 Blue Flower things since then, but it's my first one, so it qualifies for new to you. So Moonlight Sampler for that one. And okay, so I have next year's planner all here, and I'm gonna try and keep you all apprised of how I'm doing this. So for right now, the tab for January has this empty section down here, and I just wrote categories, and I listed out the categories. But this is kind of waxy, like not waxy, but plasticky. So normally I come up with a game plan, because audibles can be called, and you may want to change a project that you're working on in a category, and that's fine. So normally I write these in pencil, but I'm not sure how well pencil is going to write on this. So I don't know if I'm going to continue to do it in this section for the coming months, but that's where I started with this year. So I gotta figure out if pencil will write on it, but not right this second. Moonlight Sampler for number 5. Okay, so number 1, animals. I have a lot. I have fairy tale lands. I have, let's see, Minnie Alice and a Dolly Dream, Henpeck, Gratitude. That doesn't have any animals. Moonlight Sampler, but I've already got it in a category, so I don't want it in a second category. Is it allowed? Yes. Do I want to do it? No. Gift of Giving has a deer. Hummingbirds I'm hoping to have done this month. Spangled has deer on it. So really, this category can fit pretty much anything. I have the colorful cats. I can fit a lot into the animal category. What do I feel like working? You know what? I thought about having y'all pick, but that might be a little difficult, because like I said, I have so many with animals, and knowing which ones are my active and which ones are not my active. So I'm gonna wait on that category. Let's get through the others and we'll come back. Okay, so because there's also some other factors. I don't know what to call that. May get y'all's help on that too. Okay, second, less than 10 colors. Again, this one's kind of hard because I don't necessarily like keep a list of colors. Okay, so let's see. America has more than 10. I'm pretty sure Aurora has more than 10. I'm just kind of going through my patterns. Let's see. Yeah, definitely more than 10. Autumn, I think has, yep, more than 10. Madame Chantilly has 4, 8, 12. Oh, that one was close. I know the Dark Queens have plenty of colors in them. My Family Patchwork is a monochromatic, so technically it would work. We also have a monochromatic category, so I was trying not to go there if I didn't have to. 3, 6, 9, 10, nope. Growth Rings has 2 colors, so that could be one. Harry Potter has 3, 6, 9, 11. 11. We were so close there. Haunting Household. Now, Haunting Household will work. It has, but it is my focus piece. So if anything else doesn't fit, it's the one that can go in place no matter what. So I'm going to try and avoid that one until I need it. Although I'm trying to finish it by the end of the year. So that's probably not the best strategy. Anyway, Henpeck has 3, 6, 9. That could be a good one. I need to, that one doesn't even go there. Okay, sorry about that. Mirror mask, I think 3, 6, 9, nope. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. What about Pear and Rosemary? I haven't worked on that one in a while. That one's only got 5. And I haven't worked on it in a while. But it does, well, it might. Okay, so Pear and Rosemary, henpeck, or ink circles. He's in this one. Sorry, I'm running long here. Okay, so let's go with one of those. Or what lies within. I've got 4. Let me know what you think. So let me see. I've got henpeck. We've got my ink circles, growth rings. What lies within us. That one has 3 colors. Or what was the other one? See, I already forgot. Oh, Pear and Rosemary. Okay, so one of those 4. Vote below. All right, next, a large pattern. So I'm gonna go to my other sheet for this. We're gonna sort by size. All right, let's see. The first one that comes up, we're just gonna go with the first one that comes up, and that is Aurora by Ori TM. So, Aurora. And then pattern released before 2013. Well, it's definitely not the family patchwork. I don't think either the Madame Chantilly's. What about Living with Charm by Lizzie Kate? I have to Google. If I can type right. I'm fixing to have to go. I gotta go get gas. Okay. Let's see. It doesn't say. At least not on this page. I wonder if I just type in release date. Still pulls up the same website. Show me the pictures. It's not showing me pictures. Okay. Does anybody else know? All right. And I don't have any of the whips with me to be able to actually look at. You know what? Let's do this. Where's my pattern? Help if I learn the alphabet. Okay. No. Let's see. 2008. So we're gonna go with Living with Charm for release before 2013. It was released in 2008, in case anybody needs to know. Holy crap, it's been 20 minutes. This is gonna end up being one of my longest ones. And the last one is New to You, which I'm doing Moonlight Sampler. The other thing I'm doing is, like I did with Lady of the Flag this year, I have a piece that I am separating into 12 pieces for next year. Again, we're calling it the Stitch Along. So my Stitch Along for next year is called When I Saw from Peppermint Purple. And so here's the cover, but you can also see how I've divided it, because I had this much done. There's some done in this piece, so that's going to be January's, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and the bottom will be December, so that we can have that finished. So that is something else along with the categories that needs to be stitched in January. The reason I give myself a little room. I still want to do full coverage Fridays. Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream will come out. I say that, but I kind of want to keep doing the daily 100 when I'm home and it be what I stitch on, but I may still do full coverage Fridays with it. Anyways, for the month of January, Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream will be my daily 100 when I'm at home. I haven't decided what my January daily 100 is. I may just start at the top of my list, and you know, once it hits its 1,500 stitches, then I go on to the next one, like we've been doing, because that's been really nice. Although my goal isn't 1,500 stitches this year. It's only 1,000. Unless the project is from 2018, right? Yeah. Because I have 1, 2, 3, but that's a Haid, so we're not really worried about that one. 3, 4. We have 4 pieces from 2018, so I want those to get 1,500 stitches for sure. Everything else, no. We're gonna do 2,000 on everything from 2018, 1,500 on everything else, but only 500 if I start it this year, because that kind of kicked me in the butt right at the end of the year. Because I like to start, I'm not big on starting at the beginning of the year, because I'm like, I have all these goals I need to meet and I can't start things, I don't have anything accomplished. And then as my goals start getting accomplished, I'm like, well, now I want to start all the things. So I tend to start them later in the year. Another thing I want to do this next year is Fairy Tale Lands 2. I want to do 1 motif a month. So you're going to see that every month, but it may be 1 little character or 1 little prop. It may be a couple if I'm just feeling generous that month, but I want to get a minimum of 1 little motif a month. I'm not even talking about like a whole section. Let me pull this up so you can see. I'm about halfway through. I've done this half pretty much. So like that tree and presents, maybe the 1 motif I work on that month, and then her 1 month, and the nutcracker 1 month, and then all the baubles 1 month, like that. So I'm trying to break it down smaller so that I may finish it someday. The other thing I haven't completely mapped out yet. So another thing for that group, that private group I was telling you about, is we had to pick 5 pieces with monthly goals. So I've got 5 to worry about. I may need to go adjust one to be the When I Saw, because then, anyways, I did make Fairy Tale Lands 2 one of them, and a couple others that I need to get my brain worked out and get it on paper. So we will discuss that more later. So I have other goals on top of the categories, and I wanted to give myself enough room to be able to do them all. So I think that's all I've got for you. I did not realize this was going to run so long. I hope y'all are having a wonderful holiday. I know a lot of Flossmases are ending either yesterday or today. I will be continuing mine through, is it the 7th of January? Because my Advent goes from the 25th, starts on the 25th, which I forgot it today, but we'll do 2 tomorrow, and lasts for 12 days. So even if it's just the unwrapping of that one that I post and then the rest of my normal, whatever. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But you'll continue to see me for a few more days, and I'll try and make them more interesting than tonight's. I hope y'all are having a wonderful time. And I'll see you tomorrow.